Sid's gonna chop off Kupka's head this time.
You were born in Rosalith, weren't you? Must be hard. Hearing what became of the place.
How's it coming along?
Nearly there. Just need to get these last boards.
Blackthorn, you busy?
What's it look like?
I have a commission for you. From Mid. She requires certain tools. Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. What's she planning to build with this stuff? An airship? I'll see what I can do. Tell her I'll bring them over when I'm done. If I ever am.
My thanks. And Mid's, no doubt.
Was wondering where you got to. Mid's back from Canva. Have you seen her?
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and ask me to buy her some materials. Here's the list. Think you can find everything on there?
This lot. Wouldn't be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent. As for payment...
It's paid. 100 times over by what that girl's done for us. If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water, and that would have drained the life out of us long ago.
Indeed it would.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when it comes in.
Thank you, Karen. That just leaves the carpenter. Let's see if Bardolph's available.
Jill looked white as a sheet when they brought her.
Do with a good oil in this, could?
Should be enough to keep it. How do, Master Sid?
Bardolph. Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch 'em, we'll all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is, I ain't got none.
I see.
It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other fella? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest. Bernard, was it?
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the Rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able...
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know...
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look from there then.
She had a man of Riga.
Please, teach me how to fight.
And I've had my mic muted this whole time I was talking. That happens all the time. We're making our way to the ruins of Cressida. Cressida. I shall go to the ruins of Cressida.
The lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here.
I have a proposition. On with it, on with it.
Building a workshop, you say?
Would that be tracking boards to bridges? Sure enough.
If Martha...
That's the spirit.
Of course.
We're gonna skip through these, so I'm not getting much substance out of these. It's pretty simple what we need to do.
There is Cressida, where I grew up.
Cressida, nice.
I came up...
We're gonna skip these just like I used to do in the old days when I was a kid playing Final Fantasy. We don't know what they're saying. We're just ready to do the quest. And I'll slay these creatures for you. Then I must get back to the main quest as soon as possible. Those are some strong vultures. Imagine heating up one of these cray claws in a pot. Making some like shrimp and lobster with them. That's a lot of crab meat. I wonder if they're edible. Cause they're also monsters, so who knows? They were enemies for what? Vampire thorn. Are these plants? I bring fire to the plants. What a noble cause he has. I'll be but an example for the future generations to come. A non-scary example of greatness. I'm gonna go rage mode on him, limit breaker time. Hey, hey, hey. Staggered the old whip. Be staggered, you old whip.
should do it.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
What? Must be nigh on a decade. Oh, it may as well.
I'm skipping the cutscene.
Soon as I'm on me.
Talking too much.
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before.
Let's go head back to see Mid. Back at the hideaway. Let's get this show on the road. I'm ready to see what happens next. They must not delay us anymore.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again. Drawing on the decking this time. Jill looked white as a sheet.
Isn't she up here or am I tripping? She's up here. Yeah,
So
gotta
why?
be. Oh wait, might not be. Oh man, I think I went the wrong way. I went the wrong way. Of course. Down here to the right. Make another right. Isn't that where... Wait, Mid. We're looking for Mid. What's this chick's name? Vivian. I kept thinking Vanessa. It's Vivian. Hideaways came a long way since Sid first made it.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
Pretty classy over here now.
All right, Clive. You've all done then.
Yep.
I am. I've placed your various orders, and...
That's brilliant.
I'm not gonna listen to them talk
So soon
about running supplies back and forth. I'm just good on all this. I could skip all that. Give me something that's for the storyline, not some stupid dumb errand. That's where this game is falling short for me. Out of nowhere, we got these lame quests that our main soldiers should not be doing in the middle of this giant plot and storyline. Like, what are all these little requests and stuff? These aren't even side quests, they're just main quests. It's ridiculous. Make the main quest cooler.
Ah, Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she's still...
Of course.
Like, I don't even want to listen to this because they're not gonna
Gav was looking for you.
tell me
He said he
anything
had
that we
something to
need
show
to
you
know
on the
for the
shelves.
story.
The shelves. Oh, that's what you
The
must...
shelves. I'll go to the shelves then. Jeez. Speak with Gav in the shelves. Gav probably didn't have anything interesting to say.
Yeah. What's everyone whispering about? Haven't you heard? Mid's back.
This game is so good, but that's where it's falling short for me. Is these stupid little quests that have nothing to do with the story, and our main character, as important of a role he plays in the entire game, shouldn't be like fetching wood for someone or going to deliver a necklace in the middle of this freaking war that's going on. It just doesn't make
Clive, where
sense.
have you been?
Tell me
I've
something
been
good,
wanting to ask
Clive.
you something about Torgal.
The dog
Where did
transforms,
you get
we
him?
get it.
Like, in the first place?
My father. They were
Brought him
crossing a
back.
snowfield when they heard his cries, and...
What do you
They
reckon,
took him
Torgs?
in.
It certainly adds weight to the theory.
What theory?
Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound,
The
but
rare
a rare
frost.
frostwolf.
He
In
obviously
one of
is a
our
rare
oldest
frost
bestiaries,
wolf. Like,
I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north.
okay, that's
Such
cool.
was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name
Insanely cool.
was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
But this is Torgal. This is not
Now,
Fenrir the Frost
The
Wolf.
annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the
Okay.
Northern Territories, and her one awakens as the...
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir.
That's not what I would have got out of
People
that,
called
but
him
okay.
my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened. Just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those...
Quite.
So Jill's the queen of
Torgal's
the north
power
now?
is his own. His latent birthright as a Frostwolf. It had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
Look at you, Torgal. That's awesome.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
It is super cool to find out. I'm not gonna lie, that
And
was actually
regarding
nice.
your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
Pause.
There you are!
Tell me
Looking
something
everywhere
good.
for you. Bernard's here. I
Mid.
need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
So Jill's queen of the north now? Or what was that all about? What, they built some more to the hideaway?
Isn't it brilliant?
It's cool. It's just no substance.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you.
Substance
You
to
and
it
everyone else.
for the whole
But I promise
story.
I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Starting
Like
right
they
now.
should surprise us with this
Just you
stuff,
wait.
but
I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them.
Clive is kind of getting worse as a character because of moments like these. It's starting to make him look like
Now that that's settled,
corny or
I
whatever,
wonder if
like not
Vivian's made any
serious.
progress tracking down Kupka.
When we first started, Clive Ricefield, the character we are now, was like the most bad A character of all time. But they've had us do all these silly quests and stuff, and Clive opens his mouth to talk, and it just makes him look goofy as heck. Like, I don't even know.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings. If only we
All of this should be in a cutscene mode that we
Do you
find
know-
out.
Clive, have you got a minute?
Most of this dialogue is just pointless.
Have a guest.
It's redundant too.
A guest?
The story should just tell itself. It's just too much filler content for a Final Fantasy game. These games are always epic, but some of this stuff is just unneeded. I'd rather the game be shorter than to go through some of this stuff.
Pleasure, in hindsight.
I don't care who this is.
Uncle Byron?
We know that's Uncle Byron.
Boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favorite uncle is here!
I've not grown any attachment to the cool uncle. I did a little at first, but now they're just gonna play this out and make them less cool. There we go. This is Final Fantasy. This is what we're looking for. Whatever's about to happen now is Final Fantasy. This is definitely, this is what I mean, this is what we're looking for. Look at all this. This is about to be crazy.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier. Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmex will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan,
Me too.
it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance?
See, that's what's coming up. That's what I'm excited
If
for.
the
Stuff
fighting
like that.
spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
I'll be right back, chat. I'll be right back, chat. Alright, I'm back.
Let me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
the astrologer's augur.
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
I don't know what he's doing here, but it better be something good.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again.
Can I finally get a change of clothes? I've been wearing this dude's clothes for like months now. It's a dead man's clothes too. I'd rather equip some new armor or something.
How I've missed you.
Hi.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalind,
Dude.
which is why I came. To learn...
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the...
I was.
Then I have questions for you.
Gladly. There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to...
That was probably funny.
And I'm
But
afraid
still.
that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka would...
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists, come here and I'll show you.
Oh yeah, Vivian, who has to show us the world map to explain everything. Like, come on.
It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast.
Right.
So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed?
Oh.
Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Ein Heya, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary...
Nobody can remember all this. No one can remember all this.
flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash.
Adds nothing to the story.
It seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea.
Repeat yourself 10 more times
So
then.
then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts.
Okay, that's cool.
But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the
What?
Royalists
Who knows?
did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly
Right.
have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde,
If that's what happened, that was planned.
being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No.
Doesn't sound
The
likely.
journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it.
So why'd you explain all that for nothing?
Was the plan of our Waluda friends. Reports suggest they made not for the coast,
But for the desert.
and by cutting
Oh.
through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat.
Just say that
I would stake your life on it.
to begin with. Such a slow explanation.
So it was the Waludas who spirited the wretch away.
Let's just repeat the same thing over and over.
There was something a little strange about the men seemed almost look as if they believed or were...
You have a keen, and you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they...
allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my...
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy.
Mid's finished outfitting her little work.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to.
The Lancer and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's. And only Sid's. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe...
Thanks.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto,
you can count on her.
Yeah, I'm skipping stuff now, but just until it gets back to, like, the good parts of the game.
All right, Uncle.
It's kind of in a lull right now.
Depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come.
All of that was pointless. They just added talking pointless. Like, we could have just been on the boat already and leaving. That's how Final Fantasy works. It just shows the next thing that's going on. This, they just want to repeat stuff over and over, and then you have to you have to do stupid stuff that you should never have to do in a Final Fantasy game. There was nothing else for me to prepare for or anything. I mean, if I was doing side quests, maybe I could see wanting to have a last chance to decide to stay or go. I haven't been doing side quests, so that's a fair point. If I was, I'd probably enjoy a lot more of these cutscenes and stuff, or the extra dialogue, so then I could tell when something's going to happen.
I was a young man
So that makes
when last
sense.
I walked this path.
I'll give them that.
There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Alright, this place looks cool though. Yeah, this place looks pretty sweet.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins.
Another time to show off the...
It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
Another place to show off the game's amazing graphics. So I'm down with that. We got chocobos in the distance.
Years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
No dialogue from them? Come on now, isn't this Final Fantasy? You should be able to rent chocobos at this point.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
No.
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Here we go. This is Final Fantasy right here.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
It does make sense that the main character can take some time to do other stuff, though, in this Final Fantasy. Because he's not really on, like, a time, like, set mission. Like, he's more just living out his days, trying to get his revenge and try to seek out the stuff that he's been waiting to do for, like, 13 years. So it makes sense that there's not, like, a whole lot of haste on the storyline right now. But still, even on some of these missions, you'd think that he wouldn't maybe stop for a drink. Maybe he'd still be going after, like, Kupka before he gets, like, anywhere.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel.
Plus, they haven't mentioned Clive wanting to see his brother.
Attend to your ills.
We get it.
We must
press on. We get it.
Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. You must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch
Get
you
this
some
man
water.
some medicine. I'll fetch you some water. So Clive is so close to his own brother right now and he doesn't even realize it. But that's the thing, Clive hasn't mentioned much about his brother ever since seeing him. And his brother is the whole reason he's driven to do all this stuff in the storyline. I'm trying to talk without doing spoilers, but you'd think he'd be running to see his brother Joshua right away. But he's made like no mention of him for real. And literally, that's the most important thing to him, so I don't get why we're running around doing this other stuff without looking for Josh first. He clearly saw Josh like 2 episodes ago after we killed or fought Ultima.
Watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Kupka, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
Uncle?
Sorry.
Why is he not searching for his own brother? Why is he looking for other
I fear
people?
trouble may be brewing downstairs.
There's no more revenge he has to get if his brother's still alive. He wouldn't care about getting revenge. So the storyline's in a weird spot right now. I don't really know what's going on.
Companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in Camber that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Friend. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Why would the uncle even want to come with us if he doesn't want to fight?
Try it.
Like, he's not gonna help him take out these little guys on a way to go see a bigger guy? A much bigger guy?
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
You.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive? What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force.
What do y'all expect, though?
We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Cid. Cid's other collaborators have all been people of means. The wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Well, it's not like we've got a reason to. Whatever this emergency is, they've shut down the whole mine for it.
Light it, for Gilbert's sake. You're a bearer, aren't you?
Anything I can help you with, travelers? Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No. I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Cid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina, a long-standing pillar of your community, I believe.
Then you should ask Fer. He's been here for years. Knows try the baths. That's where.
Thank you.
See, that's another pointless quest. Just walking around asking people in town where to find them. They could have just turned that into a cutscene and did all that for us. Like, they could have just did all that for us. They could have put that in a cutscene, did all that for us.
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the Desert Hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the Bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Silver platters! Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around?
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Y'all know who I am. In the fire dominant, bro. Ifrit. I'm no one to be played with. I'm just skipping it before it gets redundant.
Needed to a silken softness.
Take a sniff, good sir.
My carpets.
Is this the place? Ubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a... See that he gets it.
Pointless dialogue, bro.
Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
Everything they just said, they could have just said right here. Oh, I expected you to be a woman.
Boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second.
Oh.
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
Would we really care? This dude would whoop the guards. Why would we even care?
What do we need to do to earn your trust?
What does this have to do with anything?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Men like you have a special place in my heart.
I'm skipping this.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swagger...
We might as well hear him out. Assuming he is an ally, of course.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man. But enough of the pleasantries. I want you to put an end to
Pointless.
the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid.
What trouble?
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did...
My apologies. Follow the crit... Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this...
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
Believe me, I don't care.
Do you... Just what happens in a minute.
What are they even telling us that could be important? I'm gonna give the next one a chance.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
You wouldn't believe how much you eat. What
Hello.
can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
No, actually.
Not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the rock and the men of the rock.
Rock only.
Don't be stupid.
Agreement with the men of the
I
rock.
just know which side my bread is buttered.
No, it's
Don't
not
want
my
to be
bread.
stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With
I
pockets
can
deeper than
see
Zemeckis.
that in
No,
Arizona.
just leave, will you?
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. They'll probably be back at the inn by now.
What valuable? What did we even learn there? Ooh.
Kneaded to a silken softness, like eating a cloud with a crust.
The finest fabrics!
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
Where is this dude, bro?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle? Care to explain why you're giving gift?
Fate, my boy. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the I had no luck, of course, but my uncharacteristic... They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal...
So the pearl would...
I thought they'd asked for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge.
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending... I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then. Just as you were, and put an end to the
Ha! That... It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Of course.
Why is the tavern shut?
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500...
That was the price we agreed upon, yeah?
Of course.
Dang, they got a lot of crystals.
Not bad at all. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what
Because these crystals are no longer the property you're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
What? And what was the point of all of that? I must be I bet I'm missing something.
It's not over yet, Uncle. Good. I'm just getting warmed up. Over here.
Oh, because we needed to find Kupka's guards. That's right. So, no, never mind. That makes sense. I think.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but...
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly. Buying one's way into the...
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalimil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Double the...
Here, wear this. Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalimil is back in bed with Sid.
Omia Lostelan. Tuisa Achilles.
I'm trusting you, Cid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south. Thank you. Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
The most fragrant herbs.
Juiciest meat from Greens.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. They've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Talmeki and Waloed are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
Come on, girl, the gate's open now, we can press on.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the Vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the Twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know? Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
I'm coming for you, Kuka.
This is fun.
Fuck! What have they stored? What has that gutter rat done to me? Out of my sight, witch! I'll kill you, Rossfield! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead!
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust!
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
Do you see, Hugo? You are weak.
Fuck!
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do? Please, I'll do anything. Just tell me.
The heart.
What of it?
A Mother Crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo? Clive Rossfield stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon. Like Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did? Benedicta. Benedict. I'll do it. My love. I'll avenge you.
Run along now, Hugo. You need only follow the light. Muthos is here. Very well, it shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
Let's bring them from Ash.
Are the Beastmen part of the Waluda army now? How the hell did that happen? They spotted us. Over here! Over here! Get him! Taken over the entire mine. Get him! This one. So much for the men of the Rock. Dhalmekia's finest. Get him! Get him! Over here! Get
Alright, chat. I'll be right back. Alright, Chad, I'm back. Let's continue this episode. I'll probably just edit out the part where I'm away. But yeah, Chad, I'm back. Let's do this. I'm gonna spend the 2,000 on this real quick. That might give me another bar of limit break. I'm not sure. Limit breaker. Let's continue. Where the haptic triggers.
Stairs. This must be the way out.
Ooh, but a orcish fodder is in my way. Yep, that did give me another bar of limit breaker. Let's go. Where's Jill at? Why isn't Jill with me? Is she still recovering from the last fight? And how come we haven't met up with Joshua yet? I mean, I know we can't find him, but why aren't we looking for him specifically? Or am I tripping? Or am I missing out on something big here?
I won't be sneaking past this one. How did they get in here?
Big doors, I guess. Got in here via big doors, I would guess. Big orcs, big doors. Makes sense. If I did some grinding on the side, I'd be a lot stronger. I should start grinding on the side. Because I'd be way stronger by now, just saying. Yo. Alright. So all the enemies are around my level now. But if I was grinding on the side... Just like that. Thanks, Torgal.
By the flames. Come on, Torgal. Kupka never did do things by halves. As if taking the Mother Crystal for his own wasn't enough. He had to build his castle in it.
Dope. That's what I'm talking about. Final Fantasy. Dope. Let's go.
Let the trial begin.
What the hell?
With me, Torgal.
Seems we're expected.
So this is the power of Muthos.
Did the orcs do this too?
Let's use any points we have on our attributes real fast. Maybe these will make it stronger. Alright, I think we should be stronger now. Make these fights a little more quicker.
What the hell is going on? Are these things here for me? Or for him?
Some opponents will use the ability Bravery to invigorate nearby allies. Alright, some opponents use Bravery to invigorate nearby allies, enhancing their performance in battle. Look for the sword icon and defeat these targets quickly or risk taking extra damage. Alright, I remember that from early on in the game. So I guess it's back. Ooh, that was a clean finish. Yeah, the combat in this game is still incredible. It's like moving so fast you can barely see what's going on, but you're evading attacks, countering attacks, doing your own attacks. And it's hard to like just focus and see. I mean, there's just so much going on. This has to be some of the craziest fighting in any game, period, let alone Final Fantasy. Which for Final Fantasy is saying a lot.
First orcs, now these nightmares. Is this your doing, Ultima?
This dude has such good defense. There we go. Trying to get some real hits off here. Oh, Torgal's in Frostwolf mode. Let's go.
You've been busy, Kupka. But where did you go? The heart. He's in the sanctuary. I can feel it. Come on, Torgal.
Whoop. Where do I go? Oh. No, I don't want to fight. See, I could probably be level 30 or 40 by now had I been grinding. These guys would be a breeze. But it is what it is. I pretty much have my combat set for auto. That's another reason why my guy's always doing stuff. I could put it on the more manual options. But I figured I'd save that for my second time doing a playthrough. So after I beat this game, at some point I'll do another playthrough. I'll use the manual combat. This just makes the fights too clean though.
That had better be the last of them.
My everything.
He wants to become a Titan right now.
I've missed you so much.
Uh-oh, that could be good. Uh-oh, what's about to happen? What's about to happen in this party? Hey. What's about to go down? Benedicta.
I swear to you, my love.
She's still around. That might not be the real her.
What's wrong with him?
Might not be the real her. Might not be the real her. Lord.
Benedicta!
Yep, this game's amazing. Find him.
You can do it again. Let the flames burn within you. No. Let them burn without. Come to me, Ifrit!
Oh. Jeez. This is Final Fantasy 16. Oh, come on. We know Titan's bigger than that. Makes Ifrit look so small though, and the scale of this Titan actually is pretty huge. Cause Clive would be a lot shorter than what he is now, I believe. So yeah. There's no way. This can't be the end of Titan. This won't be the end of Titan. No way. Let's go.
Nice trick. But if you can do it, then so could I!
Brimstone.
Let's give this a try.
Woohoo! Fighting's too clean. Jeez. Good night, Titan. Good night, Titan. Oh, oh. Titan. Let's go. Now that's Titan. Dang.
Thunder, help me. It's two or die!
Oh my god. Oh my gosh, look at what is going on. What is actually going on? Yo. Oh. What is going on? Lost the arm again.
I've got you now.
Brimstone. Dang. I don't know what to do about these attacks, yo. Dodge the heck out of that thing. I gotta be careful. No. No way. Ifrit is too strong. And we're gonna smack him with it? No way. Ooh, it'd be scary to go against him. Yo, where are we even at? What is going on? Are we falling? Oh my god. No way. Oh snap. Oh my god. Jeez. What is going on? Yo, if you're in the chat, are you seeing this fight right here? Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Are y'all seeing this fight right here? That was the craziest thing I've ever seen in a video game. Did y'all just see all that? That was the craziest thing I've ever seen in a video game. Yo, if you're new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe. Wow. What just happened? What is going on here? That was the coolest, absolute craziest fight scene I've ever seen in a video game. I'd like someone to challenge me with that. That's Final Fantasy.
Is that you, Ultima? What do you want?
Your soul is tainted with worthless human will, yet your thirst for power remains undiminished. With every sip you take, you grow in strength, and soon you shall achieve perfection.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will accept us, Mythos. It is inevitable.
Oh my god.
Created for this purpose, and you shall serve.
If what's going on is what I think is going on, this is insane. This is crazy.
Fight it, Clyde! Don't let him in!
Consciousness. We see now. Human will is so insubstantial it cannot exist in isolation. You mitigate its weakness by interweaving it with your consciousness. We believed we had merely to purge you of your will to claim our vessel. It appears we first have to sever every thread of the consciousness that supports it. No matter. The time to build a new world is not yet upon us. We will contemplate.
Thank you, Joshua.
One can no more command the power of ether by drowning in its flood than one can constrain the tides by standing in the sea. I had thought Hugo wiser than this, but it seems his head was full of rocks after all.
Titan was strong.
Your Majesty.
But Mythos is stronger. For 5 years, that man lived only for revenge. Clinging fast to a fiction, even as it swept him into the abyss. One cannot change one's nature through force of will alone. Only the Almighty can do that.
Hugo Kupka, the man who gave his life for a woman's head. A fool like all the rest.
That the death of a mother crystal should be so beautiful.
Some medicine, my lord? I have salves, potions, anything you need.
Stop bothering me, urchin, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
You must consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep the Dalmex at bay, you may trust in your dragoons. I beg you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin. For now, the Dalmex suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable. But more than that, Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope. Forgive me, Terence. That you were my master. But alas.
I will always be your loyal servant.
Should the Council's brazen maneuvering prompt the Republic to tear up their own treaty and launch a new assault, our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the Central Isles, but not in time to prevent their forces from breaching the southern defenses and storming Twinside. And so the capital would become a battlefield. Thousands of innocents would die. I cannot allow that to happen.
There is one small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
Would that I could avoid doing battle at all.
1,000 pardons, Your Highness.
What is it?
Olivier has been made Emperor.
What is the meaning of this? My father's orders. What were they? Quickly!
Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that Your Highness maintain position here and...
Ah!
Terence.
Yes, my prince.
I must go to the palace.
I'll ready your steed.
What is it now?
Forgive the intrusion, Your Highness.
I know you.
At ease.
We stand in the presence of the Phoenix. You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. Though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
How many years has it been since the Remembrance ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead. Do I address a ghost?
Many have told me that I look like one. But no. I'm alive. Just. Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
Alright, y'all, I think I'm gonna end this episode right here. That was one of the craziest fights I've ever seen in a video game. And the craziest one that I could think of off the top of my head. That was just crazy action. Yo, this is picking up where we left off, and on the next episode I'll pick off where we left off here. So if you're new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next episode. Peace.